What's up, everybody? Are we live? Are we live on Instagram?
We are now live on Instagram.
All right, we are live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube. First and foremost, guys, I gotta shout out some stuff. I gotta, show some love. Listen, I'm a big jewelry guy. I'm learning to like jewelry a little bit more. I got a guy named Jared. He's a jeweler. He's a JC and F. This is his spot. He got me this Y right here for tonight. He got me a couple bracelets. Shout out him for all that he does as far as jewelry pieces. Shout out Snugs USA. They got us the backdrop. Slackwater, Provo, Riverwoods. They're the host. I mean, incredible job. They best pizza, best food down here in Provo. If you haven't been, I'm telling you, you got to tap in. Honestly, yeah. Shout out those guys. We got Odeon Suits. They're my suit company. Shout out them. Lodge 33, best hat in the game. They're licensed with BYU, Utah. Anything you need, tap in there at Lodge 33. Also, Just Ingredients. Just Ingredients. Use code Ben10. Get 10% off. Smooth little spot for anything you need as far as nutrition stuff. But today, guys, like I said, we are doing an episode here at Slackwater Riverwoods in Provo every week. Tonight we have, hey, listen, real quick before I introduce him, BYU traditionally has been known for football and their offense and things like that. But recent years, it's been about the defense. Last year's defense was incredible. This year we reloaded really well. And we got a defense member, key member to our defense, Tre Alexander III, here in the house with us tonight. Tre, welcome.
Thank you for having me, man. It's a blessing to be out here.
Man, super excited for Tre. I've been able to be blessed and fortunate to go to practice and be around the guys, and I love going to practice and watching Tre. Not only do his thing out there, but just how he holds himself and how he just talks the game and just what he knows is incredible. But obviously, you're here at BYU now. It took you to, you obviously had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So let's dive into that. Tell me a little bit about where you're from. Tell me about where you grew up. What about that?
I grew up in East Atlanta. Growing up in Atlanta, a part of me, I saw certain things that a lot of people don't see early. But, we grew up in a well-rounded neighborhood. I had my mom and my dad in the house. My dad was my first football coach, and he coached me my whole life until college, actually. I started playing the game of football when I was 4 years old. So, yeah, for me now it's been 15 years, going on 16 years of playing football. So the knowledge is something that, I equipped a lot, and it's just something that I always keep with me no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah, and it's so sick, bro. From Atlanta, and, hey, just to be on the record, I hope Tommy's watching this. Arizona is not the A.
Not at all.
A is Atlanta.
Yeah, come on now.
The A is Atlanta. Good friends with Colin Sexton, and he's from Atlanta, and, no, A is Atlanta. So you grew up playing football. You're 4 years old when you started. Was that tackle football? Were you you were a dog from the beginning?
Yeah, when I started playing football, I played tackle football, straight out of it. My dad had me on the defensive line my first year playing football and the offensive line. We didn't play no skill positions till my second year playing football, actually. So.
Oh, wow. So you're playing DN.
Yeah, I had to. My dad was all about getting the toughness, and then once you get toughness, you teach skill. Because at that age, when you're that young, it's not like a whole lot of skill and passing plays going into the game, so she made me tough.
Yeah, and especially on the defensive side, bro, you have to it takes a certain type of person to be on the defense side. To go and hit somebody, take out some anger, So when you started playing the D-line, what made it switch to the skill side? Because obviously a corner is a little different than a DN.
Yeah. My dad always told me I was going to be a cornerback. That's what he told everybody. He didn't make me he didn't choose a lot of stuff for me in my life, but he chose the position of cornerback for me. He was just you go to football camps, it's 300 people in line at the receiver line, but it's only 50 DBs. So he was you're going to be a cornerback no matter what. And, I made the role and the transition swiftly. So I love it, and I appreciate him for it for sure.
No, that's awesome. And so how many siblings are in your family? Tell me a little bit about your family.
Growing up, it's 5 of us total. I'm the middle child. I have an older sister, older brother, and I have 2 younger sisters right under me. So, yeah, it's been good. Being a middle child is a fun thing. You kind of you're not the forgotten child, but you're the one that got to grow up a lot faster than everybody else because you stuck in the middle. So, yeah, it made me who I am today.
Yeah, it's not easy like the baby like me, bro. I got it easy, it's not that I got it easy, but my family is all my other siblings were older. And my parents were worn out when they had me, so they were like, "Oh, you're coming home late? All right, it's cool," They didn't care about that, it was just whatever because they were already worn out at that point. But okay, so you get to, you're in junior high. How was your recruiting process in high school? Like, every guy has a unique story, especially nowadays with the camps and the offers and all that. Did it come pretty fluid for you, or did it kind of have to be a grind to get to where you're at?
It was a grind for sure. I picked up my first offer the second semester of my junior year of high school. Throughout that time, a lot of people was getting offers or whatnot. We had a head coaching change, so I didn't know who my head coach was going to be for a long aspect. I almost transferred high schools actually. I waited it out. My head coach, Coach Marion Bell, he came to the school. His son was the cornerback coach at Akron. He actually offered me in February. Then I got another offer from Army, and then I was running track at the time too, so my track time was good. So the day that I was leaving to go to state, Mississippi State offered me SEC school, and after that, I got like 12 offers in 2 weeks, from Ole Miss to West Virginia to Houston. Like, it just blew up my recruiting process. And then before I signed to BYU, I probably had like 25, 30 offers somewhere in there. So it was a slow process at first, but then when it popped off, it's like the floodgates open for sure.
Man, how cool, bro. You're going from a little kid to, I don't know, maybe it's different. So I play basketball as a hooper. You're outside, and you're like, all right, when I'm playing college, I'm gonna be doing this or whatever. When was that moment in high school that you're like, wow, it's actually happening, bro? I'm gonna be playing college football. You know what I mean?
I would say the moment for me was I got home from my state track meet, and I just remember I won state that day, and I knew that winning state in the state of Georgia in track, and then me having good football film would give me all the offers and everything I wanted. So yeah. I remember I went home that night and I just cried. I'm just tears of joy, just sitting there crying, and it really hit me everything I ever asked for, it's in my lap now, and now it's just time to take care of it, preserve it, and go have a good senior year, and I did. And then my senior year, I would definitely say the first game I played, I had a pick six, 70-yarder reverse field, broke 8 tackles, the third play of the game.
First game.
Yeah, first game.
First game,
third play from scrimmage. So when I did that, it was kind of I can do this. It's really meant to be.
Yeah, this is my thing.
Yeah.
So you have all these offers from big time schools. BYU's obviously, BYU traditionally has been a very well-known school, a good school. Now they're even on more of a come up. Still, there's some disrespect there. We'll get into that. But what made you go to BYU? A kid from Georgia, no tie to the LDS church, I would assume, right? Are you,
Not at all.
No church activity there, but you end up here at BYU. What made you come to BYU?
It was a lot that went into it, actually. And to touch on the church thing, I honestly didn't know what the church was until I got here. I'm not gonna lie, stepping to Utah was my first time hearing about the church and all the rules and how big the church was worldwide. But so basically, when BYU offered me, Coach Pop came to the school first, actually.
Yep.
And this is the time I'm getting a lot of offers. I remember walking into the office with my coach. I see Clemson sitting down, and I see BYU. So Coach Pop was just yeah, man, we like your game, whatnot. And Clemson was right there, so I don't think the offer was gonna come because
right.
You get a kid, got Clemson and BYU, and you from the South, you're like, oh, this kid can go to Clemson. But me, yeah. I never wanted to go to Clemson. I actually hated Clemson when I went on a visit.
Really?
So yeah, so Coach Pop called me that night. He talked to me and my parents for 20 minutes. Coach G came and saw me 2 weeks later. We did a little workout. He offered me. He told me my offer was committable. And then I actually committed without ever even taking a visit.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never even stepped foot at BYU until you got here after signing?
No, I took a visit here right before I got on campus, a week before I got on campus. I came, wow. But when I committed, it was blind committed. I knew Key was on the team, and then I just knew it was a good school. But Coach Hill and the guys were real genuine throughout my whole recruiting process. The same people that they were during the visit, the same people they are now. And I just knew the opportunities outside of football as well. It's second to none.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to see something different for college. A lot of kids want to stay close to home, but not me. I wanted to go somewhere where I can grow up and really turn into a man. So I would definitely say a lot went into it, but at the end of the day, this was the best place for me and my family for sure.
Yeah, and BYU, I think has traditionally been a really good spot and a good place to, give opportunities besides football. You touched on it a little bit, but the connections and network that is here in the community is wild, man. So you get to BYU, you're a top tier guy. Was that transition very yeah, I'm the guy, or how has that process been? Obviously as a competitor, you're confident.
Yeah.
But what was that like?
When I first got on campus, the mindset was obviously yeah, I'm that guy, whoop-de-whoop. But it was a smooth transition, actually. I was a lot more mature than a lot of people my age. Because when I first got on campus, I was 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I stepped on campus in January. It was coming off the 5-7 season, though. So, the workouts and stuff the team was doing, we had a lot of punishment type of workouts, and I wasn't a part of it like at all. I didn't go 5-7, so like I had to make.
I wasn't 5-7, dog.
Yeah, so I had to make that adjustment mentally. Like we doing stuff, they like, oh y'all lost to Oklahoma, or Oklahoma State. In my head, I'm like, I ain't losing nobody. Like I shouldn't be doing all this. So, but yeah, I just had to buy in, and every day, you know, just getting a little bit better at something. And like I would definitely say, I had a will to learn. You know, when you come in as a new guy, especially like making a transition from high school to college, you know, you got to learn a lot of things. It's like all the small stuff. Like, I always felt like talent and like natural God-given ability, I had enough to go, you know, play from day one. But I definitely had to wait my turn to, you know, learn the playbook. And then when I learned the playbook, I had to learn how to do all the little things off the field, like staying healthy and recovery and rehab and things like that. So, yeah it was definitely a transition, but it was smooth for me for the most part.
No, I mean, and honestly, what an experience, right? Like, I mean, because in high school, right, you're in your geographic area, you know, that's the best guys there. But like now you go to a team and it's 120 dudes that are all good. Like they're all solid. Respectively, they were the best at their school. So you talked about a little bit of your hating your visit at Clemson. What was your visits like, bro? Like, I mean, obviously you're going to Ole Miss, Clemson. You got offers from all these big time schools. What's a crazy story as far as a recruiting story you can tell?
I remember we went to Ole Miss on a visit. We was down there in the stadium, you know, I had a private workout with a bunch of the guys. I didn't give up a catch all workout, whoop-de-whoop. We went around, saw the city, whatnot. And I just remember, like, my dad looking at me, he was like, Trey, you want to stay here tonight? And I was like, bro, I do not want to go to school in Mississippi at all. I don't want to stay down here. So me and my dad got up, we loaded the truck that night. I promise you, we drove from Oxford straight back to Atlanta. And we didn't stop until we got to Leeds, Alabama at Buc-ee's. And then we got home. I remember it was like 3:22 on the dot. I remember getting back home, going to my bathroom, taking a shower, going to sleep. Like, that's probably one of the craziest, like, recruit stories for sure on the visits. Like,
most kids would be like, bro, Ole Miss, like, I'm going to stay there, like, I'm going to vibe. He said, nah, I'm good.
Nah, I told him straight up.
I'm going to go home.
Yeah, it's over with. I told him we up out of there. Like, we hit it straight back home. You know, I just knew I wasn't going to Ole Miss at all. Honestly, like, that's one of the schools that did come down to from the football aspect of things. But, like, as far as life outside of football, I didn't want to, like, you don't want to live in Mississippi. It ain't it.
You don't want to go to Mississippi?
Not at all. Not at all.
All right, sorry, Mississippi guys. Like, it's not it. I was going to say, because Jackson Dart was at the BYU game. He came to the game. We had him and Spicy Tuna with me this weekend, and which was fun. And we were talking about Ole Miss. And, yeah, I mean, I think SEC ball is a little different. But I think BYU, as a brand, is a pretty top tier. What would you say, like, for someone that doesn't know anything about BYU, what would you say is, like, kind of like, hey, let me tell you about BYU since I've been here actually playing about it, you know, things like that?
First thing first, we're going to sell out every game. We got the best fans in the nation. I mean, whether it's on the road or whether it's at home, our fans are always going to show up and show out. So from that aspect, you always going to be taken care of. Next thing you can say, we got top-tier coaches, honestly. Like, all the SEC coaches, like, they got a lot of talent. They pile up on one team. But when it comes down to coach for coach, there's not a better staff than ours at all. I mean, you see the attention to details and all the little things we do right, from special teams to defense to offense. We take a lot of pride in it. So I would say definitely being here, like, the coaches are a lot better than, like, a lot of the coaches down south. You know, they have a lot of hype about them just because, like, they had that conference on them. But they line up with us. We'll beat them. Yeah, I'm confident in saying that, like, any team line up with us, we'll beat them. It don't matter about that SEC. I mean, y'all see when we went to Arkansas. We beat them. We rolled them. So anybody line up against us can get beat.
So, hey, if we can pick a SEC team, shout out Parker Kingston. We got Parker Kingston here. We got Maverick here from the D-line, man. We got some guys. But, all right, so if you could pick an SEC team right now that you're like, hey, I'm going to play this year, who are you trying to play?
SEC team right now?
I'm talking we belt to ask them.
I mean, you ask me, I'll play anybody. So
Georgia,
we can play them. We can play them for sure. Like, it ain't no ducking them. A lot of my boys on the team for sure. So, but one that I really want to play, like, deep down in my heart, I want to go down there and play like Alabama.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, honestly, you've been hearing that brand so much, and then like Florida State beat them. Florida State beat them this past Saturday, and a lot of fans was on Instagram talking about y'all won't beat Alabama, y'all won't do this, y'all won't do that. Them boys be tapping out. Them boys, like, I mean, their best receiver, he tapped out the game and quit. So if you ask me, I'll go play Alabama. If I had a choice, I'd definitely go play Bama. I mean, they're still one of the most premier schools in college football, hands down, with the script A on their helmet. But I tell people, like, Saban gone. Yeah, Saban gone. It's a lot.
It's different with Saban gone.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
I think a lot of people don't realize how much Saban actually mended that. You know what I mean? Like, and everyone said he was super out of touch and this and that. I was like, I don't think so. Like, I think when him leaving, it showed how far away they are without him. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would definitely say another thing that played a part of that was NIL, because, like, when you got money spread out all over the country now and everybody getting athletes,
Everyone got money now.
yeah, like I said, it come down to coaching. Like a lot of those coaches not meant for that environment and not meant to coach on that level. So, I mean, a lot of coaches just getting exposed because Alabama still got all the 5-star talent and 4-star talent they had before. I mean, they have a top 3 class every year.
Yeah.
So it's just coaching. That's really what it is. NIL happened. People got spread out. Teams got more even. And, I mean, they started losing for a reason. It's just coaching.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's great points, right? And I think that's where BYU, because BYU kind of has typically stayed away kind of from the money, and they've kind of been quiet. And now BYU's like, hey, we'll start getting in our pockets. And now you look at it, it's like, oh shoot, dude, we getting 5 stars, we getting 4 stars. We just got AJ DeBonson in basketball. Ryder just committed. You know, I mean, but beyond all the hype of 5 stars, like we got dudes that are actually playing at a high level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously you've been here for a couple years. What's been some games that you kind of reflect on that have been some staple games in your career here at BYU?
One of my funnest games I played in was SMU last year. I mean, that game right there, you going on the road is against a team that got all the hype in the world.
Yes.
You got to hear about how they quarterback's so good. I mean, before you start the game, you hearing all the, F the Mormon chants and all the crazy stuff.
What goes through your head in that, like, as like a non-member of the church, like when you hear the F the Mormons, like, is that even like you kind of like, hey, like, that's not me, but that's my boys, or is it kind of like, all right, just keep talking?
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, first of all, it's like, I think it's disrespectful to do that to any religion because, I mean, like, it's a religion we talking about. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, you're talking about God, you know?
Yeah, we're talking about God. So I feel like people should believe in what they believe in no matter what. So for me, it's like it's a school I represent when I step on the field. My teammates, they are part of the church. My coaches are part of the church. So it's just like, it's crazy when I hear it. But, like, a lot of the fans be trying to chant it towards me, like, directly. And in my head, I'm like, bro, I'm not a member, and I play ball, so like, and you don't want to get to talking with me because I talk crazy to you. So like, I remember, I remember SMU game, like it's happening. Like my teammates like, Trey, don't say nothing to him. Woo, you good, focus on? I'm like, nah, bro, this is me focusing. When I talk, I play my best, so like I'm good. Just let me be. But yeah, I definitely say SMU game for sure. I mean, they didn't score a touchdown on us, and they had all that hype about them. They spent all them millions of dollars on their roster or whatnot. Them boys couldn't get in the end zone on that. So yeah, them boys. That's one of the games I forever remember. And then, like, of course, Utah game. Hey,
let's talk about the Utah game. So a kid that didn't grow up in the community of Utah, right? Like, I remember moving here to Utah, and, like, I remember, like, it was very serious, dude. I got sat down, and it was like, hey, are you blue or you red? Like, are you a BYU guy or are you a Utah guy? How is that now that you're playing on the BYU side, like, going into Rice Eccles? Like, obviously they beat us a lot in the past. Now it's kind of flipped. What was that game like? I mean, from the beginning, right into the game, what was that like?
It was a lot. Actually, we start earlier in that week. I remember the top of that week, Coach Hill went around in the defensive staff room and he just kind of talked to us and he was like, man, he was like, Trey, you from Georgia. This is like Georgia versus Florida. Johnny, you from Texas, Oklahoma. Like, he was breaking it down to like where you're from and like rivalries that you can relate to. And I just remember riding to the stadium that week. I remember like everybody always talks about rivalries. But, like, when you're going into the atmosphere, man, it's different. Like, I remember my stomach started hurting. I started sweating. Like, I'm nervous. I'm starting on every single special teams that night, and I know it's going to be a key part of the game.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember rolling up. I'm on the bus. Like, I'm finna faint almost. Like, it's just real. I remember getting off the bus. You see a sea of blue outside. You walk through. You got everybody wearing red looking down on you. Walking to a stadium full of red. It's packed before the game even start. I mean, I remember warming up. I just running by, seeing some of the guys on the team that I knew. They just, like, kind of smiling at me. But in my head, it's just like, they told me we don't like you, so I hate you.
Yeah.
And I just remember warming up before the game, we had recruits on the sideline. I just told them, like, if y'all want to win, come down south. Like, I just remember I was talking crazy the whole night. I remember from the first kick, they went up on us or whatnot. And I remember right before Keelan returned, Coach Pop called us all in. He was like, they had one, now we need one. And Key took a pause. He was like, we got to crib it. And I just remember being on the field for that play. I remember dropping back. I chipped the linebacker. I went to the second level, blocked somebody else, seen Key one-on-one with the kicker. And
that's at the crib.
That's in my head, I'm like, boy, you better not get tackled. So when he scored, you see me accelerate to the end zone. I'm the first one down there with him celebrating. Then towards the end of the second quarter, Dorian Singer, he came to the sideline talking crazy. He like, we knew it was better than y'all. The game over. I'm like, bro, it's the second quarter. Like, y'all must not know. We went in there at halftime. Coach Kalani gave us a speech about Hillman 512. The foundation being strong, should not fail. I remember everybody was just like, all right, we cool. Ate snacks, listened to music, ran back out there. We was like, we going to win the game.
Yeah.
Pitched a shutout on defense. Offense clicked late. I mean, Will hit the game winner. I remember celebrating on their field, singing a fight song, going to locker room, turning up. turning up on the bro. We got back to Provo, it was like 30,000 fans outside the bus.
Crazy, bro. Like
Yeah.
I remember seeing videos, and it was like no one could even get to their trucks or cars because everyone was just lit. You got freaking Will getting crowd surfed. I'm like, and he's the kicker, you know. Like I mean,
Yeah.
in tradition, like the kicker don't get love, but like I mean, dude just sent those boys home. Like,
Yeah.
how tough was that?
That was crazy. I remember we got back to the SAB probably at like 2. We didn't leave and get in the car till like 3:15.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that. But like it was crazy. Like Will getting crowd. We had to sneak out the backside of the SAB. I remember we walking out as me, Key, Jake, Darius, a bunch of us out there. I think LJ was with us. We all out there. This man Jake started playing, started chanting stuff. Fans come running him. I remember I just grabbed my bag and me and Key ran left and got in the car and left. Like it was
Like,
a
I'm
crazy
getting outta here,
night.
bro.
Yeah. Then I remember like the next day. We was chilling, and then like some fans that saw us, there was some Utah fans like, man, great game last night, guys. And I was just like, this crazy. Like, it was a crazy environment for sure. That game right there was one I never forget at all.
And now you get those guys here at home. What's that game like? I mean, obviously you know as a guy, like as a competitor, I'm sure you circle some spots. Like what games have you circled this year that you play in, like so far? Like have you been like, you know, like all right, these games I'm looking forward to. Obviously I know you're excited to play in all of them, but is there any games that you're like, hey, this one's circled?
For one, the Utah game, honestly, like that's the holy war game. That's a rivalry game. As a competitor, as a fan of the sport, that's something you look forward to. You know, playing in those games against somebody who has, you know, a lot of talent, good coaches. You know, they're gonna come in there hungry.
Yeah.
So playing in that game is one that you always got to look forward to, no matter what. If that game don't get you off your feet, man, I mean,
Probably shouldn't play.
yeah, you probably shouldn't play. If that game don't get you excited, you shouldn't be out there on the field. I would definitely say Iowa State. Really, it's the whole 3-game stretch. Iowa State, they get me turned. I mean, they got chose to go to playoffs over us last year. You know, going to the Big 12 championship. Feel like we should have been in. So seeing them on the schedule definitely something that's like, I mean, it makes you happy. I mean, also another good team.
Yep.
You're a competitor. And then Texas Tech, it's a school that supplemented through the portal this year. They spent like $30 million on their roster. They got all the hype. Like they're gonna be this good. They got all these SEC guys or whatnot. So like for me, it's like
It's
I want to go down there and take everything they got. It ain't nothing better in the world than taking something from a man who got everything in the world. Everything you want, they got all the hype, all the money. Like that's what you want. So it's just something to look forward to. Like I want to go take everything from them. And then like the cornerback coach, the one that's there, Coach McBath, he was the one who gave me my first SEC offer from Mississippi State.
Okay.
So he's there now. So
So
I'm
it's
looking.
still personal.
Yeah, it is. So I'm looking forward to playing against them. I mean, they got everything. I'm trying to go take everything from them.
I love it, bro. And I think like that's something that as like a fan, if you're a fan of BYU or anything and you haven't really watched Tre, you need to watch Tre. Tre is an electric guy. I mean, he is all about it all the time, and he's going 100 miles per hour all the time. Like I feel like every time I practice, bro, like you're going wild. Whether it's like, but like, cause there's a lot of dudes that talk, and then there's a lot of dudes that back it up. You know what I mean? I feel like BYU's at that point where I feel like the hype, and even then, we win a lot of games last year. We do well. Obviously, we fell short of the goal, but like, it's still disrespected. Not ranked. Not, you know. How do you take that? Like, are you just kind of like, bro, what is this stuff?
I mean, when I look at it, I feel like the disrespect is funny. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I see all that stuff on Instagram of us not being ranked or whatnot, it's just something that I look at and I just laugh a little bit because, like, I know how good our team is.
Yeah.
I know how good our coaches are. I mean, I know how hard we work. So, like, with us, yeah, we lost the quarterback. Yeah, we lost this. Yeah, we lost that. But last year around this time, we was in the same position. We weren't ranked. Nobody was expecting us. So, like, I like it this way. I mean, we're going to surprise people like we did last year, and we're going to pull up on them. And when it's time, I mean, it's going to be BTA on the field. We're going to make our plays, dance on their logo, and get up out of there with a win all the time.
I love it, bro. I can't wait. And obviously, you know, you guys opened up last week versus Portland State. You know, Portland State's Portland State. What was fire is I watched a clip of you on Connect.
Yeah.
You said, and I quote, we're not going to give up a point. And even if they try to kick a field goal, we're going to block it. So happens to be Zach Kelly gets that return. How crazy was that? Like when you were sitting there on the sideline when that happened, were you just like, holy shit, like I just said that was going to happen?
It wasn't even crazy to me, honestly. People don't know, but we practice field goal and all that stuff all the time. Coach Hill and Coach Pop do a great job. They prepare us for every scenario. So, like, we go over every single thing you can imagine in a football game. We go over it. So, on the sideline, right before it happened, I seen, like, first of all, it was like a 57-yard field goal. They kicker not a 57-yard field goal type of kicker, first of all. So, I'm like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I remember looking at all the guys. I'm like, we finna block this field goal right now. The kicker, he got a low trajectory on all his kicks. So for him to kick the ball that far, he was really going to have to get a hold of it, and he was kicking towards the wind. He was going into the wind. I'm like, we gonna get knocked back on them. They not expecting us to come off the ball that hard. I'm like, we gonna block it.
Yeah.
So when we blocked it and when we picked it up, I just literally looked at everybody behind me. I said, I told y'all it was gonna happen. And I was just turned because like I knew once we scored right there, the game was gonna change. Like
that's really when the dynamic of the facility. I mean, everyone just erupted. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that was when it was like, okay, this is the moment. And then,
we a team of spark plugs. Like any small thing, like it'd be a big hit, it's gonna get the team going. And we from then on, it's like to get the car going. Yeah. We ain't pressing no brakes. All gas.
All gas, no brakes. So, obviously, you know, you've been able to play. You've been able to do a lot of cool stuff. You know, you have a lot of teammates. Do you have, you know, some teammates that you're close with? Like, or, you know, are you kind of all, I mean, obviously, BYU has a culture of brotherhood. But it's like, you know, how is the connection as far as the team, you know, dynamic?
I mean, the team dynamic of things is great. I mean, I feel like everybody from the first guy in the locker room to the last guy in the locker room, like, you all know each other's names. You know what each other went through. I mean, we do this thing during fall camp where we go camping and we do testimony and commitment groups, and it's just like, it's basically like 3 H's, like who's your hero, who's your hardship, and then like what's the highlight of your life. So you go around and hear a bunch of your teammates talk about all the stuff they went through. So when game day comes, it's like, you can go a little bit harder for your brother. You're gonna play a little bit harder for your brother. You're gonna make that block for him because you know what he went through to get to this point. So I definitely say like the locker room dynamic of things, like we closer than ever. I mean, it's no guys over another guy in the locker room. I mean, if you a walk on or if you a star player, like everybody treated the same in the locker room, hands down. Like we don't show no favoritism to nobody. I mean, we all together, we all close knit. We always gonna have each other back, and we always talk about how adversity gonna hit in the game, and we got to be there to pick each other up no matter what. So. Yeah, we definitely a close team.
And I think like that's the game changer, right? Like that's the difference between an elite team and like an okay team, right? When you have a great team and you're willing to be at that level for your teammate, it's different. You know what I mean? And you know too, like it's different because you like obviously you go out there and your teammates and you're like, I hope my guy has my back. But when you know your teammate has your back, it's so different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so different. But man, let's take a break talking about some stuff. Let's dive into some questions that we got. We got some questions. You got some questions? All right, let's go. Let's open these up. All right. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm going to make sure these... Is this the... All right, let's go. We're going to just dive through this. Okay. It's a good question because Parker's here in the house right here. Hey, Parker. Hey, tell Parker to look over here. I'm going to ask a question. He needs to hear this. Hey, someone asked a question about you. You ready? It says, you ran track in high school. Parker ran in track in high school. Who is faster, you or PK?
Me. I'm faster than Parker Kingston, especially right now. And he knows why I said especially right now. I'm faster than him.
Hey, I didn't mean to do that to Parker while he's out at dinner tonight, but the question was, who's faster, Tre or Parker? And my boy Tre said it's him.
Yeah, it's me. It's not too many people. If anybody on the team is faster than me, they're a corner for sure.
Okay, so there is someone faster on the team than you.
I don't know. I mean, anybody can say they're faster, but when you got a dog right next to you, it's a little different than, you know, when you're running against a bunch of little randoms. Like, when I'm breathing on your neck and I'm talking in your ear, like, it's going to be hard to beat me. So
it's a little different. That is Tre. Hey, Tre is an elite shit talker. That is an elite talent, for sure. And I'm similar, bro. Like, I turn up when I do that. Like, sometimes I'll play, like, horseback, like, with the buddies, and when I'm casually chilling, it's whatever, and then my buddies start talking crazy, and then I'm like, all right, it's turn up time. And then it's over, you know?
Yeah.
But, okay. How was being a dual athlete prepare you to be a D1 athlete?
Being a dual athlete, really, first of all, you get all type of training year round. I mean, for me going from football to track, I always doing something year round, so it keep me good. All my tissues and different type of muscle groups get worked on because, like, track and football is so different that you have to work on everything. And then, like, me being able to adapt to anything and, you know, any situation, I mean, it's easy. Like, me running track at a high level, I mean, track workouts are, like, second to none. Them workouts, like, it feel like you dying every single time you step on the track. I'm not going to lie. Like, you can't breathe, legs getting heavy, the acid build up. So you know how you got to be mentally strong for track and then football as well. And then when you can put those things together and go to college, you got to be mentally strong. You know, camp getting long, you know, be away from your family a lot. So I'll definitely say, like, when you do dual sports, it just prepares you so much for college because, like, you're mentally stronger than a lot of people. You're willing to endure more. Then your conditioning going to be so much higher than, like, everybody you go against for the most part.
Absolutely. No, and I think dual sport is very underrated, right? Like, I think there's a lot of things that as an athlete, when you do multiple things, you have to be locked in, you know, at a higher level.
Yep.
And it takes a lot of toughness to be good at both. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, it's one thing to do both, but to be good at both is different.
No, it is. You gotta be a dog, especially in Georgia.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Georgia's different. Like, I mean, you got, like, how competitive is that? Like, obviously, I think, like, Utah is a little underrated. You know, I think, like, man, hey, you smirking. Maybe you don't think so.
Nah.
Is Utah, like, not, I mean, I'm not saying that it's, like, Georgia good. I'm just saying, like, Utah's not bad.
Nah, Utah.
Like, Corner Canyon's nice.
Yeah.
I ask IMG.
Yeah,
Like,
Utah.
they know.
Utah underrated and stuff like that. But the thing about Georgia that's different is, like, I tell people, and me and Coach Tubo talk about this. One of my strength coaches, down south, like, football is a religion.
Yeah,
So,
that's
like,
right.
from the time you born to the time you die, like, football is gonna be in your blood. Whether you a fan of the game, whether you a basketball player or whatnot, like, you gonna grow up watching football.
Yeah.
And then once you get on the field, I mean, you just taught at a young age. You taught the game. You taught how to do all the things. And then, like, you can go through the fight with everybody. Like, in high school, a lot of people I went against, like, they weren't ranked, but it's some of the best players you ever play against because
Right.
everybody got that dog mentality. Like, everybody tough no matter what. So,
No, that's fair. I mean, I lived out in Texas I went on a church mission in Texas, lived out there, super cool. And even like the small towns of football, bro, I was like, wow, like this is crazy. Like
Yeah.
just the talent level. But hey, let's ask these guys. Hey, you guys got a question for Trey? You want to ask Trey a question from BYU? The question was, what game is Trey most excited about?
the game I'm most excited for this year, obviously, is the Utah game. I mean, it's the Holy War game, it's a rivalry game. Like, if you're not excited for that game, you can't really get excited for none of them. So, and it's homecoming for us. It's home game. It's probably going to be an 8:15 kickoff. That's the game I want to play in more than anyone, for sure, 100%.
Probably gonna be prime time too. I mean, if both teams are undefeated, I think I want that to happen. I want
Me
both
too.
teams to be undefeated going into that game.
Me too. I hope everybody undefeated. I hope everybody healthy. That's the game to look out for. I really hope, like, I can't wait to play them. I'm not going to lie.
You got another question? You play sports? What question you got? Ooh, who's his favorite teammate?
My favorite teammate on our team this year is Tommy Prassis, for sure. Me and Tommy is, like, we closer than, like, probably anybody on the team. So, yeah, that's my favorite teammate for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great questions right there. Great questions. We had to make sure we asked, you know. All right, I got a question real quick. Out of all your teammates, you got a lot of teammates. You have a daughter. I'm about to have my first daughter in 3 weeks. Can't wait. What teammate would you not let date your daughter?
Oh, boy.
I mean, we might have to pull out a list. We might name them all.
It's crazy because I did a TikTok video about this, but, like, the one that I'm thinking of, I'm not going to say it because he got a girlfriend, and I don't want her to be like, oh, you in trouble, you in the doghouse. So I ain't going to say it. But the one I wouldn't, like, let date my daughter, Jonathan Cabella. He cannot date my daughter.
You can't date her?
Not at all.
Not even to, like, hang out?
No, Jonathan Cabella, like, he couldn't date my daughter. He couldn't look at her. Like, no, Jonathan Cabella cannot date my daughter at all.
All
Like,
right, Jonathan cannot date Trey's daughter.
no, not at all.
Okay. If you could do it again, would you graduate early? Because you graduated early, being 17, right? So you came early. Would you do that same route again, or would you want to finish your senior year?
Nah, I definitely come early. I mean,
early?
yeah, all that graduation and prom stuff, first of all, is overrated for the most part. Like,
Yeah.
if high school means that much to you, then, like, I mean,
You're
you're
gonna
going
be
to have
stuck in
it.
it for a long
Yeah,
time.
you're going to be stuck. Like, your life is going to be hard. So, but I definitely come early because, like, for one, you get to jump on the playbook. You get adjusted to, like, the college environment a lot faster than other people. I mean, then once you go through a spring ball, you know, like, kind of where you're going to stack up in the depth chart. Like, with me, when I came in, I was already in the 2 deep. Like, I was in the first 2 group of cornerbacks going just because, like, I came in spring ball, I got bigger, I got conditioned, I got into college shape, I got sharp for college. So, like, I went through a semester of school already. So, like, with me, I was ready to go by the time fall rolled around. So, I would definitely, like, if I could do it all over again, I'd do the same exact thing, same exact school, the same exact way, no matter what.
Okay. I mean, and that's big time, you know, living in a way of no regrets, right? Where you're like, yep, I'm going to, you know, redo it again, same way.
Yep.
I love it. Okay, we got a couple more. Have you learned how to drive in the snow yet? Or are you still just Ubering?
Nah, I
Figure out
drive
how to
it.
drive in the snow, because Atlanta. But hey, I don't know though. Hey, Colin was telling me. So like I said, me and Colin are pretty good friends. We're actually business partners on some stuff. And Colin was telling me, he said they shut down the streets and stuff, and they do like drifting nights in like Atlanta and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So it's a little different. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, hey,
Atlanta,
you
you gonna
real
have
A to know that.
you gonna have car meets all the time. Right over there on Memorial Drive. Right over there, like you get Memorial going, like you get going towards the airport. Like it's crazy. Like them car meets crazy. Like they shut down the like you might randomly be chilling. And then somebody might send an address and be like, car meet tonight. And like people like rip down street signs, all type of stuff, spinning out. Police to come there, drive off. So it's crazy. But like me driving in the snow, it's rare it happens. But like when it does, I drive like, I promise you, I drive like 5 miles per hour. I have both hands on the steering wheel. I'm playing gospel music and the music turned all the way down to like the lowest volume it could be. Like when it's snowing, like, I don't even play no games. I just be praying like, God, please let me get there. Like, please let me get there.
To the facility.
Yeah, when I get to the facility, I don't leave for a little minute. Like, I stay up there all day, and then I will Uber if I have to. Or, like, if it's no too bad, I literally just want to go to school.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, when I first got out here, I remember calling my academic advisors. I'm like, I'm not going to school today. They're like, what? I'm like, it's snowing. Like, I can't drive in the snow. Like, it ain't happening. Like, they're like, oh, well, you should. No.
Yeah.
In the snow, I'm going to just stay at home. I show up to the facility when it's time to, go work out if I got to. And even then, like, I'm telling Coach, like, Coach, I ain't never been in the snow in my life for real. So,
yeah, it's different. And it's a different experience, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's do, I feel like if you watch Tre in football, you know he's stylish out there on the field. Who has the best drip? Obviously yourself. Who would be the next person to drip consideration?
On the team?
On the team, yeah. Who has the next? I mean, if it was not team, you would say me. We already know that. Come on now.
Second best drip on the team, JoJo Phillips.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, y'all kind of talk about your outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
You got some stuff heated up for the season.
Oh yeah, we got something different coming for y'all this weekend. Me and JoJo. So
Stanford too. It's a better game. You know, obviously Stanford has a good tradition of being a good school.
Yeah, good opponent. I mean, they gonna come in here ready to play. So me and JoJo got some different type of drip coming for y'all this weekend. But yeah, JoJo definitely, like, other than myself, JoJo can drip on the field, and then off the field, he is the best on the team, like putting on outfits. So yeah.
So best outside of football is JoJo.
Yeah.
On the field is both of you.
On the field is me.
Okay, on the field, yeah, we gotta correct that.
Yeah, on the field is me.
On the field, it's Tre.
Yeah, I got the best cleat collection in America. Like, nobody comes close. Like, I promise you, nobody.
I mean, hey, I haven't really seen you wear two same cleats, so
it ain't gonna happen.
My boy always styling.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
All right, you've been in Provo a lot. Obviously, Provo Riverwood Slackwater is a new spot here. This is gonna be the new hub. But what is your favorite place to eat down here in Provo?
It's two places. I mean, it's Orem, but like Chubby's. I go to Chubby's a lot, eat up there. Yeah, and then like my favorite restaurant in general to eat in the whole Utah is Longhorn. It's in it's Spanish Fork, Springville area, but like Longhorn I go to. We got them back home, so I go in there, like, I probably give me a bone-in ribeye, probably $35, but it's like quality steak, I promise you.
Nice.
Yeah, it ain't all the bougie steak y'all like with all the other stuff like Wagyu and all that.
You don't like Wagyu?
I'm not all that bougie. Just give me a regular steak. I don't even eat steak too much, like, honestly, but yeah.
What's like the go-to meal then for you? Like, if you're like before game night, because obviously you guys have your game routine and it's different, but before you go to a game, like, what are you eating to prepare yourself? Do you have a different diet in the off-season compared to the season, or you just gotta do you?
Nah, I eat whatever I like. I'm never gonna be one of the people that be like, oh, the carbs in this is too much, and no. Before a game, like, all the time before a game, I need some form of chicken. Whether it's fried chicken, the chicken wings, Zaxby's, like, I gotta eat some type of chicken. Like,
so you gotta have chicken at every place.
Yeah, like, I gotta eat some type of chicken, no matter what. I gotta get some chicken. But in the hotel, like, when we at home, Friday nights I always go to the pasta bar. I give me some shrimp Alfredo. I throw me a little parsley in there, some spinach in there. Okay. And that's just what I eat every night before the game. But for the most part, day of the game, I need some chicken. It gotta be some chicken, no matter what.
Okay. Big chicken guy. I like it.
Yeah.
Favorite NFL player growing up?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton, okay.
Yeah, Cam the GOAT. I got the privilege to play on the 7-on-7 team. He played on the same NFL team as my cousin Mike Tolbert. 3-time All-Pro, 3-time Pro Bowl fullback. So I seen him a lot. Then playing on the 7-on-7 team was a blessing. And then this offseason, I went to Miami, and they was having a 7-on-7 tournament. And he told me to pull up on him, so I kicked it with him, saw the team play. So, yeah, Cam was definitely my favorite player growing up, hands down.
Hey, shout out Cam. I mean, he's stylish too. Another stylish guy. I just got this shirt from Red Letters. He did a collab with Red Letters.
Yep.
Fire stuff. Cam's well equipped. What'd you do this off season um, that have helped you? Wait. I don't know that one. Let's just ask, what'd you do this off season? Rendon asked the question wrong. What'd you do this off season?
This offseason, the main thing, yeah, I mean, I had some fun in the offseason or whatnot, but like with me, football is year round. So like no matter all the fun I have, it gotta be like within my football schedule. So like if I'm gonna go out, if I am gonna go to a party or something, it gotta be within like me being able to function as a football player, being at my best. So I traveled a lot this off season. Like I traveled a whole lot. I mean, I went to California, Hawaii, Chicago, Atlanta. Obviously, I went to Alabama some. Like I've been everywhere. So I traveled a whole lot. Yeah, I got to. But and then as far as like the working out aspect of things, my mindset changed a lot. I knew we was losing Mark, we losing Jacob. There's a possibility we could have lost Maury this offseason.
Yep.
So for me, I knew like I was gonna be actually filling in the bigger shoes for sure. So I'm like I knew I wanted to play this year as well. So I remember getting up at 5 in the morning and freezing cold like from January to March, going to do 5 a.m. workouts with Rob Daniels and like some of the other corners like Tommy and Johnny. Like we was all working out the whole summer. Like we'd lift weights and then in the afternoon we'd go work out with Rob. Like I've been in the film room a lot more, you know, during fall camp when everybody went home to take naps. I went to the staff meetings, watched film with the coaches, learned to install for the next day. Like, I was just locked in this offseason, I would say definitely. And, like, everything I did, I also gave everything to God. You know, prayed a whole lot this offseason, went to church a lot, you know, all those things.
Yeah, and I think that's a difference maker, right? When you have to kind of do that, and I think it speaks volumes of kind of where you've been and what you're doing now, right? And, like, I mean, super cool, and, you know, I'm just grateful that we got Tre at BYU. And, I mean, I guess just to end kind of the segment, I appreciate you coming out. It's game week. That's why we did it Monday. So every Monday night we're gonna have a new guest here at Slackwater Riverwoods. But you know, appreciate Tre. Me and Tre were able to get cool at practice, and we kind of kicked it. We started vibing, and next thing you know, man, now watching him do his thing is fun, man. So appreciate you coming on. We're gonna go give out 5 gift cards out here to some people here at Slackwater. We're gonna go give these out. But Tre, anything else you want to say before you get up out of here?
Last thing I say is tune in to every game this year, and if you come into the stadium, come with your best energy, because we honestly y'all don't understand how much like it feels the team. You know, when you run into that stadium and you see a sold out crowd every weekend, you know you want to give your best. So the fans, y'all really the most important part of what we do for sure. Like outside of God, like y'all the best thing that can happen to us. So yeah, just be ready for a good season and be ready, see us make a push and go win it all.
Shout out Tre, man. Tap into all of his social medias. We're going to drop his Instagram below, TikTok, Twitter. I mean, my man's very social media active. Yeah. He engages with a lot of the fans, so make sure to tap in there. Again, Tre, appreciate you, bro. Thank you again for joining Benconnected, bro.
Yeah, thank you for having me.